My story began in a small village in Cavan. My memory of primary school, my abiding memory of primary school, was one of fear. Fear because of a visual impairment I grew up with. My sight was poor. I couldn't read small print, so teachers thought that I was a slow learner. This was a time before we had educational psychologists, before people really understood the challenges that a disability on a young person would have, not just on their educational performance, but on their self-esteem and self-confidence. While others went out to play during the break, because I couldn't see the blackboard, I would stand at the blackboard during those breaks to write down and transcribe what the teacher had written throughout the class. My fear being, as I listened to the other boys and girls play outside, hearing their laughter through the open window, would be that the teacher would come back early to wipe the board and all my day's learning gone. And I would never recover those because my classmates wanted their copybooks to do their homework in the evenings. But more fundamentally, I did not have the confidence or the wherewithal to ask for help. And trapped in an environment that I couldn't leave, I had to find a way to overcome those challenges. And it was in overcoming those challenges and overcoming those obstacles that has led me to be the person I am today, that has given me the sense of determination, commitment, resolve, and resilience to now, with that empathy and that compassion and that understanding, to help work to make sure that nobody else has to go through the same challenges. It became apparent only recently when I stepped forward to seek a nomination. My very first council to address was in Leitrim. All my life I have avoided using scripts to speech because I use large print, large words on a page, 34 font, Arial, bold and double spaced. And when I turned up to Leitrim, I wanted to deliver a speech that I could deliver in each council accurately and with the same impact and the same message. And yet, when I arrived in Leitrim, I didn't have a podium in which I could hide my notes. I flicked through large numbers of pages of large print, and it dawned on me then, as I was nervous to do so, that if I didn't have the confidence now to do that, how would I clear a path for others if I was going to be an advocate, as I have been all my life, for those with disabilities? But in that chamber, the person who came to my mind most was not me, but our 2-year-old daughter, Lucy, who herself has the same congenital cataracts that I have grown up with. It is my responsibility now as a parent and as a leader to make sure that I do what I can to clear a path for her so that she no longer has to endure what I endured. In seeking the office of President, I want to be able to look back in 7 years' time and be able to say that I, along with others, have changed the public's perception towards those who have a disability, where we see not just the disability, but the ability. That we will have empowered every individual who has a disability to have the confidence in their right to live their life to the fullest of their potential, irrespective of their level of ability. And that Ireland would become a role model for other countries as to how to create an inclusive society and one that celebrates difference.